Welcome, brothers and sisters. So, this video is going to be about Bill Cosby. I just put out a few videos, and, you brothers got to really, some of you brothers got to listen to the video and not comment on the title. It's like I know that you haven't listened to the video because you're commenting on the title. The video really has nothing to do with the title, But don't do that. That's it's telling about black men. But this video is about Bill Cosby, man. Bill Cosby, man. What does this say? What does the verdict of Bill Cosby say? It says that a woman can show up 30 years later, accuse you of something, destroy your life, destroy your livelihood, destroy your career. These are things men have to think about. And I bet you that every single one of those women that accused him of something, they don't feel great. They don't feel good right now. Maybe one or two of them, but they don't really feel any good. Now the next thing is going to be going after his money. They got a conviction in court. So the next thing is civil suits coming out the woodworks. Look at how they doing this, brother, man. Look at how they doing them. I really don't care what Bill Cosby said about black people. In most instances, I agreed with him. Black men need to pull their pants up on their ass. That's part of the moral code. Dress code. You are not one of the brothers. Knock it off. And, but it's very telling, man. It's very telling. What does it mean? It means that you black men can look back in your past at all the questionable women that you've slept with, and now there's a precedent for this type of foolishness in the court of law. You black men, you white men, you Asian men, all of you men can now look back in your past to some questionable female that you slept with, and hopefully it'll work out in your favor. Hopefully she won't show up one day after you get your stuff together, talking about, this black man, I remember him. Yeah, he roofied me one day at the club. I was at the club and he roofied me. It's telling, man. It's telling, man. This is why black men go immoral. This is why black men go MGTOW. Because of situations like this. This is very this is a sad day for men, I tell you that much. This is a crazy day for men. Crazy day for men. So I hope that you brothers don't have any questionable sexual exploits that you don't want anyone to know about. Because it's obvious that black women have no problem putting your business out on Front Street. You know, she finds nothing wrong with throwing you men under the bus. I already made a video about this. Whatever the black man builds, the black woman will destroy. I don't remember the name of that video. What was the name of that video? You know, black men just don't get it, man. Your women have become westernized. Your women have become westernized. They were never your women to begin with. You know, these are foreign women. These are not your women, man. These women have never been your women. So, what is it to her if she rakes you men over the coals? You men are nothing more than the BAW's side hustle. You know, when she wants some kids that she can get a check for. And, the same thing goes for all races of women. You know, black women love the fact that Bill Cosby, because they think that now black men are going to wake up and realize that they need to come back to the plantation. They're like, these black men are going to come back to the plantation because now they're going to realize the white woman is not the best option for them. Unfortunately, the black woman has raked you over the coals, and she has raked you men over the coals way worse than any white woman ever could. She has betrayed you. She was never your woman. You know, you got to think about it. I mean, I don't want to go into the archives and have to dig up this data, but I should. If I had time, I would make a very compelling argument, you know, for the fact that black women have never been our women. You know, you got to think about it. When we came from, you know, when they were catching slaves in Africa, you know, we're gonna just go with the whole African theme, not the Afro-Indigenous. Let's just go with the African theme. We can, you know, put the Afro-Indigenous in there as well, but I'm not gonna go down that road right now. We're just gonna assume that we all came here from Africa. Now, since we've all come here from Africa, you got to remember they were different tribes. You don't know what tribe these women came from. In the beginning of the whole slavery thing, it wasn't black women. They weren't bringing over black women in droves. They were just bringing over black men so they could work the land, so they can get that free, cheap labor. You know? That was what black men were used for. Cheap labor. There was no real need for black women. They weren't bringing over black women. So, to make the argument that these are our women, we don't know these women. You know? You men have been mixed up with some of these women. These are not your women. Only a true sister is your woman. Only a true sister will recognize what you're saying as the truth and will align with that. Those are our true women. Spiritually, those are our true women. If a black woman has something stupid to say, she's not our women. She's not one of our women. How could our women don't align themselves with BAWs? Fucking insane. But like I said, man, it's very telling, man. Black men, you have no friends. You have no friends in the white women. I mean, black women could potentially make an argument like, oh, see, that's what he get for messing with them white women. But, I mean, the first woman to come out the closet and accuse him of anything was a black woman. So, it's not as if they can make this argument of, you're messing with these white women, so, that's what black men get. I mean, I'm not saying black men should be messing with white women, Asian women. I mean, shit. I mean, in my opinion, black men, you have no friends. You have no options when it comes to women. All women are dangerous. Now, I tried to get black men to understand how female nature operates and how to subdue it. But black men don't want to put in the work. How do men control their women? How does the black man subdue his woman and put her back in alignment? The 5 steps in the moral code. But black men just don't want to put in the work. Black men are, more concerned with looking pretty, peacocking, their waves. I don't know what black men do. Hip hop. I don't know what black men are on. I don't know what these dudes are on. And I'm talking about the average black man. I don't know what these dudes are on. Their rims, gold chains. I don't know. What are black men on? What are they about? Black men don't even have a compelling argument. Black men don't have a compelling argument because they're, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to say it. Because if I say it, then one of these goofy females will hear me say it and they'll understand the Achilles heel of the black man. You have no fucking friends in other communities. And if you raise your daughter, if you have, you have no friends, brothers. You have no friends in the African American community. You have no friends in the white community. You have no friends in the Asian community. You have no friends. You don't even have a friend in other black men. Black men are all alone. They're loners. They're individuals. Forced individualization. I shouldn't even call it forced. Because black men have a choice in the matter. But black men play too fucking much. Black men play too many games. These are things black men don't want to hear. They love hearing about the BAW and her stupidity. Oh, but they don't want to hear about their shit. Ooh, those videos get very few views. They get very little views. But it's telling, It leaves a brother like me to worry, It's like, damn, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. What does it really say? What does it say? It says that, and you know how easy it is for a black woman to betray you. She'll betray you at the drop of a hat. She'll betray you for telling her the truth. She'll betray you for that. She'll betray you just because something doesn't feel good. no way am I making an argument. I've never made the argument for other races of women. I mean, I know that's not what black men want to hear. I never made the argument for other races of women because black men want to feel like they have something. I mean, they know that they don't have their women, but at least they figure like, maybe I could, try to, inject myself into someone else's community, someone else's intact community where those men have done the work. Black men fucking amaze me, man. These motherfuckers amaze me. They amaze me. The level of ignorance is amazing. Black men walk around as if, they should be treated with dignity and respect just off the strength of that they're a black man. That's how they walk around, they make these arguments like, oh, I wasn't doing nothing, I was just walking down the street minding my own business. Negro, you are a black man without a fucking community. You cannot, the laws, rules, and standards that apply to someone else's community does not apply to you. And black men, somewhere in their minds, I guess they believe that they should be treated as equals. They should be treated as human beings. I'm trying to tell you, man, the rules that apply to other intact communities does not apply to you. And black men think that they can inject themselves into other people's communities and get the same rights and privileges as every other man. They really believe that they're Americans. They believe this shit. This shit is insane. This is amazing. Black man walking down the street gets pulled over by a police officer. Instead of complying with the officer, he wants to sit around and talk in his emotions. He wants to sit around like, he wants to go around like, I'm an American too. He thinks like he's an American too. He thinks that the rules that apply to America apply to him. He thinks that he can do whatever he wants under the American system. Even understanding that most of the laws that were created to keep him from moving forward, to keep him at the bottom. He understands this, and still he's emotional. He runs around here with these emotional rants about how he should be treated like a human being. He's trying to appeal to the humanity of other races of men of intact communities. He does not want to put in the work. Now this video will be ignored, most likely. It will fall on deaf ears, and it is what it is. Most people will not comment, they will not say anything, they will just be like, they won't even listen. They probably already turned the video off a long time ago when I went down this road. But Bill Cosby, man. Bill Cosby, all of you dudes hanging around with all of you men that's hanging around with these white men, thinking it's all good, hugged up, piled up. You just don't get it, do you? Hugged up, piled up. They're doing things and you think that you down, so you doing the same thing. they're popping mollies and pills and scissor, and you doing the same thing. They fucking bitches in the ass, you fucking bitches in the ass. You know? You think it's all good? Yes, I mean, black men have a very sordid relationship when it comes to white women. Very sordid relationship. And it's mostly because of white male inferiority complex disguised as white supremacist talking points. Silly shit. Penis envy. You know? The fucking penis envy, man. Shit, I hate, I wouldn't even make a video about the shit because it's gonna just be a bloody massacre. And I mean, single mother-led homes leads grown-ass men to get up in their feelings. You know, it's hard. Feelings. You know, a lot of you black men, black men just don't want to put in the work, man. You know, how do you men expect anything to change if you're not willing to do anything about it? If you're not willing to put your money where your mouth is? If you're not willing to donate to a cause that's gonna benefit the entire group? You know? If you think like a woman, if you know, the problem with single mother-led homes is that women were designed to receive, and they teach these things to their children. They don't teach their sons that a man is supposed to go out there and achieve. Instead, they teach these things to their daughters. Matriarchal, pseudo matriarchal hodgepodge of shit. You know? Hey, black men are not willing to do anything about it. They're not willing to put in that work. So, hey, it is what it is. You know? I hope you Negroes. I hope it's gonna be alright for you Negroes. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, man. Damn, that's messed up, man. That's messed up, man. Bill Cosby, man. Bill Cosby. But, I mean, I guess it's a good... I mean, I can't say it's a good thing, but, I mean... You know, black men, you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful when you fucking with these goofy ass females. You got these white dudes, you're practicing equality. You out there with these liberal white males. You know, they're doing the things that their white male privilege allows them to do. And you believe because you're hanging around with them, you have the same carte blanche. You get to do the same things they do. You know, you fucking Negroes really think y'all Americans, man. It's insane. Black men are not willing to put in that work, man. I mean, how do you men expect to get anything done if you're not willing to donate? If you're not willing to go into your pockets? You know? You know? Every time you even talk about donations or something like that, You know, black men cringe. Black men cringe at the thought of donating to worthy causes. Why don't we have a black version of the NRA? And I'm not talking about the Black Panther Party. That's not a not necessarily a political action committee. You know, even though they've done a lot of positive things. You know, why don't black men have the GPS version? Guns for public safety. Guns for public safety. Why don't black men donate to that? You know, why don't black men have huge reserves for situations like this, and insurance companies for dumb shit like this? Why don't black men have banks that invest in them? Invest in the men who could actually build a fucking community. Stop investing in fucking beggars. Why do black men invest in a fucking group of begging ass individuals? Or they come to black men, beg him for shit, then they go to the dominant society and beg them for shit, then they wonder why their fucking sons don't do shit but walk around and beg. You know? I mean, not all, but a lot. Black men are fucking stagnated, man. They're stagnated, man. It's a shame, man. It's a shame, man. You know, what are black people gonna do now that Bill Cosby has been found guilty? Are they gonna stop supporting these companies? Or I mean, they don't, I mean, are they gonna stop buying Nikes? Are they gonna put their money into things that's gonna actually help their community? Are they gonna be willing to invest fucking $20 a month or $100 a month into 5 different causes? Are they gonna do what they need to do? Whatever it takes. Are they gonna, I mean, even if all you could donate is $20 a month to a worthy cause. Are black men gonna boycott these places they've been going to, hanging out with the liberals? You know, yeah, we all American, black man. Don't give up. We all Americans. You know, don't listen to what they say. We all Americans. We together. Just hang out with us. You know, here go some white women. Black man, black man, black man. Black man. You have no friends. All you have, all you have is the 5 steps in the moral code. Why can't you get on that? You know, you're gonna give up your drug dealing. You're gonna give up your weed, your cigarettes, your alcohol, your criminal activities. You know, you're gonna volunteer amongst the brothers and the sisters. You know, are you gonna adhere to a dress code? The dress code that you make, clothing that you make. You know, what are black men gonna do? Are you gonna are you going to invest amongst the brothers and the sisters? Are you that dedicated? Are you dedicated? Are black people dedicated? Or black people, I want to thank all of you people, man. All of you, all of the people who were marching for equal rights, and I mean for equality, not equal rights, but equality. All you women who wanted to be strong and independent, wanted white education over your men. I want to thank all of you. You know, this is the fruits of your labor. These are the fruits of your labor. All of you fucking bitchy, whiny. You know, you remember Jada Pinkett Smith was begging white people, begging for the Academy Awards, was mad because there were no black nominees for an Academy Award or some garbage like that she was whining about. And all I can sit there and say is, why don't you just create your own fucking awards? You know? I mean, you're famous. You're famous. You got money. You can get the word out. People will listen to you. People follow you. Why don't you just start your own awards where you can celebrate yourselves instead of bitching and whining that other people are not celebrating you? You know? Why are black people out here fucking whining about equality instead of coming together amongst themselves to do their own thing, to celebrate their own uniqueness? No one wants to hear about Black Wall Street and all that other shit. Okay? There was, black men got so many fucking excuses it ain't funny. Hey, but guess what, black man? As long as you talking about Black Wall Street and how they bombed it and all that, you ain't doing shit. Things remain the same. Things remain the same. I'm not asking black men to go out there and fall on the knife, but I'm saying black men gotta think and act strategically. You know, think and act strategically. All of us have to think and act strategically. It's not like your mother. Don't get mad at me because your mother is not going to tell you these things. She's not going to teach you this. She's going to teach you how to fucking beg because that's all she knows how to do. Give me some welfare. White man, give me a job. White man, give me an education. White man, please do this for me. Please do that for me. Help me take care of my kids. Help me with daycare. Help me with child care. Help me put this man in jail so he can get his shit together. See, the black woman relies on the system to raise her sons. She figures like, okay, well, I couldn't raise him, but maybe if he gets locked up for a while, then maybe the damn system will raise him. Maybe the system will do the right thing. Maybe the system will help him. Maybe they'll give him a vocation while he's on his jail vacation. You know. hmm the court system is the black man's father. Because he doesn't do what he needs to do unless there's a gun to his head. You know? He doesn't do what he needs to do unless somebody's pointing a gun at him. Like, you gotta do this. You don't pay your child support, we're gonna throw you in jail. Oh, you don't I'm not saying all black men. I'm saying a whole lot of them. I'm saying a lot. And the fact that black men cannot work together, I told y'all are gonna pay for this shit. Didn't I? I told you that a year ago in one of my videos. Black men are gonna pay. And they're gonna continue to pay as long as they making excuses. Why don't black men have their own insurance companies to if all black men or so-called black men, or if enough black men got together and invested just $100 or $20 a month into an insurance company, that money can be used, for to build businesses, to do what they have to do. Can somebody stop you from doing that? Can somebody stop you? Can the white man stop you from giving $20 to a worthy cause? You know? You know? Where there's a will, there's a way. Don't let people lie to you, man. People spend a whole lot of time lying to you, man. That's messed up, man. A lot of people do it because they don't know any better, you know. They don't know any better. They're not thinkers. They're not really thinkers. They're like, they think, but they can only think to a point. They're not problem solvers. They can solve problems, but they can only solve them to a point. After that, they start saying shit like, "Oh, there's no way that this could happen. There's no way that we can do this. This you can't achieve that. You know, the white man and the black man and the black woman and the government and the system and white supremacy and how do you fucking niggas get anything done? Oh yeah, you don't. We don't. God, black man. You know, why don't black men have political organizations? Oh, the system is against them? Yeah, the system is against us, but what's the alternative? You know, what's the alternative? You looking at it. Right now, black men are dropping the ball with their fucking excuses. You know, dropping the ball. Right now, this very second. Dropping the ball. Well, guess what? This Bill Cosby shit ain't over. It's just the beginning. Now, he could appeal. I mean, he's probably gonna get an appeal or whatever. Get to appeal list or whatever. I don't know. Maybe, but after this is over, then they're going after the money. You know, civil lawsuits coming out the ass, and guess who's gonna be the first one with her hand out? The beggar. There's a fucking known beggar in your community, black man. A known fucking beggar. She's a fucking beggar. If she can't get it from you, she'll get it from somebody else. And she'll betray your ass in a heartbeat. Anyway, on that note, I want to say peace. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you think. Get on the 5 steps. Adopt the moral code.